All right, YouTubers, how we doing today? We got the TKL 002 Worn Cleaver in the mail today, and I am going to put the scales on and put it together, and we're going to see how it looks. We get the sheath. The sheath is on its way. I had a 1931 Leatherworks make another one, brand new sheath for my TKL knife. He made the last sheath for my DIY TKL 005, which is right here. You can see the knife forming to the leather with that nice USA made American leather. And it came out fantastic with the DCC clip on the back of this one. The next one I'm getting with eyelets, so I can put a UD clip on it, so I can clip it into my pocket, because this one is a little bit shorter than this knife. From end to end, you get a good couple inches, no, maybe an inch or so shorter, but the sheath will be a bit smaller. So we're gonna take these scales and we're gonna put them on here in case anybody is doing the same thing and saving some money and buying the knife by the blank, buying the lashing screws and battle grips separately and putting it together and having somebody make their own custom sheath for them, which I think is a better idea. Instead of paying $500, you're paying less, and you're getting more of a custom experience. So let's get started. First off, I'm going to grab my Vero Vortex screwdriver with my Wiha 1/4 inch bits. That's my go-to when I'm working on knives. I have the Vero bit driver on ABEC 11 ball bearings, and then I use my Wiha bit selector with the extender. It's like 20 something, $30 at most on, no, I think it's like 20 something dollars on Amazon. Best bit selector you can get for working on knives, in my opinion. All right, so we put this here. You have it right there in front of you while you're working on the knives. It's great. So let me get a better angle for you guys so you can see. Okay, so so you do have to purchase a pack with the battle grips or whatever grips you want, with whatever color you want, with lashing screws. You got to make sure you get a pack with the lashing screws, because if you go into, let's say, their Whatnot stream, or you maybe the website, I'm not sure, I've never checked on the website, they usually sell the scales separately without the screws. So you want to make sure you reach out to them or make a note in your order that you are buying lashing screws as well. So if it doesn't say for sure that it's coming with lashing screws, make sure that either whatever you're buying says that it comes with lashing screws, or reach out to someone and say, hey, I need this, so and so scales for whatever knife. I need Battle Series grips. I need agent grips. I need whatever grips you need, and then let them know, hey, I need lashing screws with it as well, because if you get sometimes, you think you order the sorry, it's early, I'm still trying to think, I haven't had my coffee yet. You order the bits and you think, you order the scales and you think, oh, I'm gonna get, of course it's gonna come with screws, but so not always. So you got to make sure that you're getting your lashing screws with it. Otherwise, you're gonna have mucho problemo. Not really mucho problemo, but then you're gonna have to sit there with the TKL knife that you're drilling over, waiting to carry and use, or whatever you want to do with it, and you're gonna have to wait for the lashing screws to come. So it's best to have that all set up so you got both coming at the same time. All right, so we're gonna put that through there. We're just gonna put it fully through, and then the small screw is gonna go on the other side through the. We're gonna match the scale up to the knife we're gonna put the other screw here. Let me do this two-handed. We're gonna match the knife up there. We're gonna put the smaller lashing screw in through that side, through the front. Make sure that's matched up nice and evenly. So you can see the ADCR V2 blade steel there, and then you see USA made, and you flip it around, you see the TCal. And I have to tell you, the grind on this is absolutely incredible. This is nickel boron coated ADCR V2 blade steel. Absolutely terrific blades. TCal is hands down my favorite fixed blade knife maker. There's no fidget factor in fixed blades, so as far as design and quality of the knife and everything else in between from a fixed blade, the sharpness, he's the only one I know of doing nickel boron coating, except maybe custom makers that I don't know about. But as far as production knives, he's the only one out there doing the nickel boron coating. So that is actually tremendous to have for, you know, extra edge retention, extra corrosion resistance, protects your blade. So what I'm doing is I'm just tightening in the lashing screw into the other screw. I'm holding it tight with this finger. You could use another screwdriver if you wanted to, which I have literally a carbon fiber one right there. But just to make it a little faster, I'm going to do it this way. And then if I need to like really tighten it, I'm going to put one screwdriver on each side and get it nice and tight. So it's not, so it doesn't come loose on me or anything. But these are the Battle Series grips. You get a little pommel on the back, which is really helpful. Sometimes I use it, my dogs are outside barking, I'll use this time and I'll gently tap the glass with it to get their attention. And I barely touch the glass. I do a little super light because it's a glass breaker. So it's a pommel, so it will break the glass. Nickel boron coated ADCRV will like break that glass like it's nothing. So I have to be very careful, but it does make a really loud bang when I gently tap it, and it calls the attention to the dogs immediately, and they come flying in the house. So that is one helpful thing that I've been using it for. Thankfully, I've never had to use it to smash a window or anything, but there's also other many things you could use that feature for. So that's pretty cool. So that would go with that one. And so you get the small screw going on one side. You want to keep all the big screws. You want to keep all the big screws on one side, which I did the front. And then you line the scales up, put the big screws in, and then tighten it down, and then go to the next one, and then tighten down the big screw. And you want to hold your finger on the small screw. This is just getting them in place. I'm not necessarily fully tightening. I'm not necessarily fully tightening them on at this point. I'm just getting it to a state where I can adjust it to the scales to where they need to be, and then fully tighten them with them being fully on there, so I can get it perfectly even in place, so it's hugging the knife nicely. Hugging the nice knife. So we get the last one in there with the last lashing screw, and then we're gonna tighten that down. Notice how I put all the big size lashing screws on the front side, on the same side, all the big side, and then I put all the smaller ones. They all have the same size front. It's the actual screw part that is smaller. So one goes into the other. That's why it's called a lashing screw. One lashes inside the other, tightening it, pulling the scales towards each other, making them tight against the knife. All right, some of them you got to really make sure you get. I'm going to use my other titanium bit driver, and hopefully, yeah, so it would be one size down probably for this side. Yeah. So on the front side where the big screws are, you're going to be using a T25, and on the back side of the lashing screws, you're going to be using a T20. So T20 on the small side, T25 on the big side. So, so you're gonna wanna hold this here. Wait, what happened here? Did I just put the wrong? Wait, that one fits in right. That one fits in right. I gotta switch these around. I made a boo-boo, I guess. Yep, I did. I made a mistake. I was just doing what I told you guys not to do. So I can quickly just take this out, get this screw out, and switch them around. And that's what I was saying. You want to keep them uniform. So you want to keep the big ones all on one side, like I was doing, but I got distracted there. And then you want to put the smaller screws on one side, all on one side. Doesn't matter what side, just they all want to be uniform on the same side, and then that will tighten right in. And then you go, and then now that I kind of tightened the big side in, I'm gonna go with the smaller T20, and I'm gonna push and tighten. Make sure everything's lined up and uniform. You want to make sure the back is perfectly even with the scales before you tighten it down fully. You want to make sure the back is absolutely as straight as can be. You can run your finger down there to get it so it pushes down any areas that need to be. Pinch it here and kind of go like this. You want to be able to run your fingers down through here without any play or it moving at all, so it's nice and straight. This one I'm going to have to hold, so I'm going to keep this pinched here for a second, and then I'm going to push this side. I'm going to hold it with my middle finger and my thumb there, and I'm going to tighten this one in. This one might be a case where I need to use, no, I just got to push it out. I push it out and then hold it in and then screw it in. So I'm pushing it out so it pops out a little bit on that side, and then pushing it out and then holding it with my finger. That's why it wasn't tightening. I made a boo-boo again. Well, I didn't make a boo-boo. I was just using the wrong one. And you can kind of switch back and forth. You can kind of switch back and forth to tighten each one. Once you get it like kind of fully in, you can kind of switch back and forth to each side. And then now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold this side in with that one, and I'm gonna make the final tighten adjustments. Maybe this needs one more. Maybe it needs a T. I'm gonna try a T30. Nope, that's way too big. So it is a T25. So it's a T25 and a T20. Make sure. Yeah. So you're gonna use a T25 and a T20 for the T-Cal lashing screws. Wow, that thing is a banger of a knife. Oh my goodness, that thing is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I might get the blade all customized, laser to anode. It has some crazy design on it. Except T-Cal Knives does such a great job with that nickel boron coated ADCR. I kind of just want to leave it alone, but at the same time, it's like, it's so sweet. I want to do something to it, but it really doesn't need anything. It's just beautiful as it is. It's just so simple and complex at the same time. And honestly, the best blade type to EDC, especially on a fixed blade, is a worn cleaver. There's so many YouTube videos out there that saying that worn cleavers are the best blade style to carry. My new Wasteland Rust camo can. You can put your dip in there, your pillow pads. You can put your canna pads. You can put your caffeine pouches. You can put actually, you could really put whatever you want in it, but it's really neat. 3D printed. I got a whole little station with a bunch of 3D printed stuff. I got 3D printed. This holds my bit drivers and stuff. Tinker Tool, Butterbones Custom. And then I have a little sound horn for your phone. You put your phone inside here, and it actually amplifies the sound through the bottom. If the speaker, or not the speaker, but if you put music on and stuff and you put your phone in there, it actually makes it louder. And that was 3D printed, which was pretty ingenious idea. Another Butterbones custom design. You can find him on Whatnot at Texas Tinker. He sells some of the coolest 3D printed stuff. He does knife customizations, and he does it in an insane job at a super affordable price. So if you guys haven't heard of Whatnot, it's an app slash website you can go to slash download, and you can buy stuff, and that is where all this stuff goes. So I review a lot of my knives, check them out, keep the ones I want to keep, and I sell the ones that I'm not completely in love with. That's a Texas Blade Show, El Chicano M390 hand satin double-sided magnetic scale integral M390, oh sorry, I already said M390, fully integral titanium micarta with the magnetic inlays. That's from Blade Show. I kind of don't want to get rid of that, but I kind of have to. But nonetheless, from blank to completion, now we just need to wait for the custom sheath to come in from 1931 Knife Works, and handmade leather sheath from USA made leather that actually forms around the knife. Absolutely gorgeous. You guys seen what they look like. This is the 005 with purple, and black with purple stitching. The one I got for this one is a black sheath with cream stitching, just so I don't have to be like, oh shit, which knife's which. This one's cream stitching. This one I did purple stitching. I thought black with purple looks pretty cool. Obviously a lot of other people do as well. Yeah, black goes pretty well with purple. But yeah, so that is the product. That is the 002 T-Cal worn cleaver blade. The ergos on it are unmatched by any other fixed blade that I've ever held. Then again, I've never got an MKC, heard good things about them, Montana Knife Company. But T-Cal is just, Tim is just a great guy. He has a great team. He's a great knife maker, a great knife designer. He knows what he's doing. He uses the stuff. Everything he makes, he uses himself religiously and has it on him at all times. So think about it. If you're going to make yourself something, you're going to make it to the best of your ability, and not just make something that is budget friendly that you can get for cheap and sell for more money. He just makes the best quality knife he could possibly make and sells it for the best price he can. We have to live, we have to make money, so obviously that, but I mean, other than that, 002 T-Cal, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I got most of it on the actual screen, but you guys have a wonderful morning. Put in the comments what you guys are carrying.